today we're going to be looking at, well, the plan was to do 5 Creedence Clearwater Revival riffs, and I am thinking that I got 4 prepared, so that's where it's going to start. And then if I have some extra time, I might throw in a 5th one, but that would be one that I haven't prepared, so that would be more of a live transcription rather than a live breakdown. The songs that I have prepared for today are Green River, Suzie Q, and Fortunate Son. So let's first have a listen to Fortunate Son. So how do you play this on the guitar? It starts with 2 intervals here. Then we got that hammer on, going to the open E string, and then to that bit. So the first thing that you do is you slide with your ring finger towards 9th on your D, and then you add your middle finger on 8 of B. So, all right. And basically that is part of your C shape G chord there. Then you do the same thing, but a whole step down. So now you slide into 7th and add 6 on B, right? So then what you do is you play 3rd position of your D and you make a hammer on to 5th, and then you play open E there. So then you do another hammer on, but now you add index finger on 3 of B, like that. So to the open E string, and then, right? To finish it off, what you get is you play 5th position of E to 3rd, but on that 5th position, you do like a little bit of a microtone bend there at the end. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4, and repeat. 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. And that's it. So the next bit that comes is basically the chord section. So that is your, what is it? Your verse. And it's not really difficult to play. It's mostly power chords or inverted power chords. And yeah, let's just dive right in. So the chords that you're going to be playing are going to be your G power chord, right? It's G because the bass note that you're playing here on the E string and 3rd is G. Then you move to 1st position, F power chord. And now we get our first inverted power chord. So what you do is you go back to your 3rd position here. And then what you do is you remove your ring finger. So you have on your index finger E3 and A3, and then D5 with your pinky, right? So that is your 3rd chord, and then it goes back to the G chord. So the strumming pattern is as follows. So I'm going to give you a better view on my strumming hand here. Okay, so I'm holding that G power chord, and what you're doing is you're playing the chord twice, followed by a palm muted bass note. So I get, right? So that is 1, 2, 3. Then you get 1, 2. So that is chords and a palm muted bass note. So you get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And then you get another 1, 2, 3 where you play the chord twice with an open E string for easier transfer to or transition to your F chord. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Once more. So now let's go to this view here. So now what you can see is both the chord and the strumming. I hope that maybe I should change that a little bit. So now I'm going to play the strumming pattern because it's the same for every chord and just show you the chords. So we have then we get F. This is the inverted C, so and then back to G. Right? So put it all together. Now, I have to be a little bit honest here because this is a little bit of a shortcut, I would say. Because at the end, like when you play the G chord for the second time in the sequence, the thing is that the pattern changes, kind of slightly. It's not completely, but it is slightly. So I do want to address that. So we're going to have a look at that at a little bit more detail right now. So when you play the second time the G chord, the strumming pattern stays the same. So you're going to be playing the open chord twice, but then you're going to be playing open E. Then you're going to be playing the chord, bass note, chord, open chords. So you get again, right? Which is slightly different from what you would do in the rest of the pattern, I guess. So let's move on to the next bit, and the next bit goes like this: 1, 2, 3, 4. So what do you do there? Let's have a look. So the chords are mostly the same. So you start with your G power chord. Then you move, sort of make a slide from the C power chord up to the D5 power chord. So that is fifth position, index finger playing E and A, and then pinky is seventh on D, right? Then you go down to C power chord and then to the G power chord, like that. So the pattern goes like this. So we get and then instead of playing a bass note at the end, you play the C inverted power chord. So you get 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, right? C5. And you drag it to the D5. And there you play 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, open. And then you go to the C power chord. And then we go to the G chord where we play that variation on the pattern. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Hey, Jeffrey, good to see you. That's awesome. In the beginning, there was hardly anyone here. So Not really sure. Maybe people don't like Creedence all that much. Not sure. In any case, what I want to do is I want to try to play this with the drum track. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see what that does. Okay, so I'm going to start. Let's stop it first. So I'm going to play the verse section and then sort of the turnaround that will bring you back to the verse. So here we go. 2, 3, 4, and... All right. And that sort of kind of concludes Fortunate Son. So basically it's just, right, those little riffs at the start, and then you have the strumming pattern. All you got to do now is just put on the song and play along. Maybe I could actually see if I could do that. Where do I have Fortunate Son? I have it somewhere in my, let me just show you here. So I have it somewhere here in the playlist. Let's see. And I can actually mute the guitar track there. What happens when I play it? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm out of sync. I'm out of sync. That was my guitar is too hard in my headset. I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna redo that. Hold on. I need to make sure that everything is right. So I'm gonna just turn it on quickly and make sure that my guitar is not too loud here. Let's see. I think it's good. Some folks are born made to wave the flag, ooh, the red, white, and blue. And when the band plays hail to the chief, ooh, that point the can. Mine is a little softer still. It ain't me. It ain't me. I ain't no. Yeah, that's better. All right, so let's try again. I'm sorry about that. There's going to be an edited version of this live stream eventually where I can cut out all the crap, and this is going to be part of it. All right, so let's try again. Hopefully this is going to be a better one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Me. Yeah, there you go. So that's kind of how it all comes together. Super fun thing to play, and it's not overly complicated, although when you saw my attempt at playing it, you might have thought like, oh, wait a second. That's not how it's supposed to be done. But yeah, so let's move on to the next one. By the way, if you do have, I was going to say a fortunate song, but I mean, if you do have like a CCR tune that you'd like to see featured in this live stream, then do tell me about it, because I am the boss of this live stream, so I can, change my mind on things. So what would be a good next one? Let's see. Yeah, so the opening riff for Green River is really cool, I think. Suzie Q. Let's do Suzie Q. Suzie Q is really, really awesome. So let's go here. And Suzie Q is one that I didn't know. So Fortunate Son, I knew. Suzie Q, I did not. Let's see, where is Suzie? Oh, there's Suzie. It's the first one in the list. So let's listen to Suzie and then get into it. Oh, yeah. Damn, that's really good. I love this tune. It's new to me, but I do I really love it. Has a great groove to it. So when I was transcribing this song earlier today, it's really interesting because some things, like there are multiple guitar parts layered in the recording. So yeah, so that can have a bearing on what you do. So I checked a live version of it, and then I realized, like, so you have this riff in here, so right, that bit, and in the recording, you kind of hear that, and it's not coming from the what is it? It's not coming from the bass, because the bass is in there too, but it sort of has a more warmer and heavier sound. So it's definitely, well, at least to me, it definitely sounds like a guitar. So either they layered like one guitar just doing like that on top of it, or is being played all together. And it's not impossible. It's very doable. So when I break down this riff, that intro riff, we're going to do it playing both that bass, so that quarter note bass line, along with those melody notes, because I think altogether that just really makes it sound awesome. So let's see. Where do we start? Okay. So let me just play you the first two bars, and then hopefully it'll survive that, and then we'll take it from there. So how does it go? So it goes like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Really fun to play. So what do? So let's switch to my fretboard overview. So the first thing that you have to know is just on every quarter note, you play a bass note. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. On the second beat, you play either with ring finger or a pinky. I use pinky, I think. You play B3, so you get 1, 2. Then on the third beat, you play G2 with the middle finger. And then on the end of 3, you play open G. So you get 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is your bass note. So when it comes to practicing these things, so what I would normally do is I would just take that one bar and practice it over and over until I can play it sort of in some kind of a flow. Everybody is different. Some people like to just sort of gather all the information. Personally, I don't think that works very well. So I try to turn the first bar into music, then I'm going to work on the second bar. So the second bar goes like this. So on the second bar, what you do is you have your middle finger on D2, and you play it together with your open E. So you get 1, 2, like that. Then you play open A, and you make a hammer-on with your middle finger on second of A. And then at the same time, because that hammer-on comes together with the third beat quarter note. So we get 1, 2, and like that. Then you play on the end of 3, you play open D, and then ring finger on third of E. So I get 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Like that. So now this is part of the story. So this is already the most important part of that riff. However, the picking, how do we do it? So I think it's Fogarty. Do I pronounce it correctly? I'm not 100% sure, but he plays it with a pick live. If you do this with a pick, then you're going to be hybrid picking this riff. If you're not, then you're going to be just finger picking the riff. I would recommend doing hybrid picking because after that you go into strumming chords, and from the sound of it, that's done with a pick. So that's kind of my recommendation. Kind of depends on what you're interested in, of course. So I'm going to show you how to do it with hybrid picking. I'm going to show it first up close. So basically the hybrid picking is that your pick is going to be playing the bass notes, and then your fingers are going to do the melody notes. Whether you do it, you use your middle finger, for instance, for every melody note. So that's kind of up to you. If you want to use your ring finger for the B string, for instance, so that is also up to you. So, but this is sort of how it comes together. So I'm going to give you my both hands in view, and I'm just going to play the riff a couple of times slowly. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 1, 2, like that. Okay. So that is the first time he plays it. Then there is a slight variation in there. I think there is just an added note in the first bar of the riff. So there you play 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you play an open D string on the end of 4, and then you make a hammer on to the second position on the first beat, along with playing that bass note. So that goes like this. So here's the variation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2. Oh, shoot. Oh, okay. Let's do that again. My apologies for that. I'm going to do that one again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And that's kind of it. So that is your main first riff. Then under the verse, the chords, what you do is you play a strum on the on the second and fourth beat of the bar, right? So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. The first chord that you play is E7, right? So that's index finger in 7th, A through E, and then pinky is on B9 and ring finger is on D9, right? E7, normal E7 chord. Then you have, for the turnaround, an A bar chord, followed by C bar chord in the E shape to the B bar chord in the E shape. That's it. So what I believe is that when you play the A to the C to the B, you sort of play the bass first. So you play bass, chord, bass, chord, bass, chord, bass, chord, A, C, B. All right. So let's see if we can play this along with a band. I just have to sort of get things set up. So that was Fortunate Son, that's Green River. Suzie Q, here it is. Okay, so I'm going to... Okay, so let's hope I'm going to be timing that that thing correctly. I'm just going to make this one a little softer. If I'm going to be making a mistake, my apologies for it. I've only learned this all this afternoon. Here we go. Oh, I haven't muted the guitar part yet. Here we go. All right, so this is the place where the where you have the guitar solo, if I'm not mistaken, I should say. There is another part to this tune, actually, that is really cool. And let's just look it up. And so we'll have to go to the song here. Let's see. So let's play this again, because after the solo and another verse, you get somewhat of a, what do you call it? Like an interlude, I guess. There we have it. All right. So really cool. Once you get into the high pitched slidey stuff, yeah, it took me a little bit to sort of get that one really figured out. And to be fair there as well, those are like layered parts, so that they don't all belong to the same guitar part when it was recorded. But I've sort of tried to put it together in a way that sort of makes it coherent, if that is the proper word for it. So yeah, so that bit, that lick there, so you get right? That's sort of the part that we're talking about. So let me show you with a close-up of the neck of the guitar. The first time you play that, there is nothing on the first beat, so it's just a rest there. So we got rest, and then you play open E to E3. Then with your ring finger, you slide from G3 to 4. You hold it, and then you play 3 on B, back to 4 on G. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2. Then you play second position of G, open, and then you play open D. So you get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 1 and 2, 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so then we get into another part of that interlude. So this is sort of the setup of that interlude, but then we get into another part of the interlude. So let's quickly have a listen to what it sort of moves into. Yeah, so how I hear that is like a obviously I don't have the greatest singing voice here, but so you do have that hammer on still on the first beat, so you get and then after that first there's already like a really quick slide. So on the first bar, I left it out because it was just really weird to putting that in there. So I get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 and 2 and 3, like that. So what you do is, okay. I guess I had a brain fart there. Like all of a sudden, like my mind just went blank. So let's redo that. So we have the hammer on with your index finger on second of that D string. So 1, 2, rest. Then you play ring finger B5 to E3, and you kind of hold them both. Then you play after the 1, so the end of 1, 1 and 2 and 3, and that is open E, 5 of B, open E, 3 of B, open E, and then you play 3 to 4. So we got and 2 and 3 and 4 and like that. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we get those weird slidey things. So when I was listening to that, it was like, where is it going to? So the slide actually starts pretty low. I think it starts on 5th position. And then the first times it slides all the way up to 19. You may disagree, which is fine, but it's like, it's a crazy. So we get like this. I get 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Whoop, like that. So what do? Kind of everything stays the same. It's just that you have to fit in that slide from 5 to 19, and you're good if you can do that. So we have 1, 2, rest, 5, 3, and 1 and 2, and here we go. 2. And then the last time you slide up to 17 instead of 19. That's the one, sorry. And then instead of doing 3 to 4 on the G string, you do 4 to 5 on the B string. So you get 1, 2, 3. I'm doing that wrong again. So 1. Another brain fart. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4, 5. Like that. Let me try and play that along with that tune, so we can sort of. So let's see. So I have it at 80%. Okay. Like that. I think it's fairly accurate. Let's do it one more time. Yeah, that's it, kind of. So that's kind of where I want to wrap up this tune. I'm sure there are some things in there, and but it was definitely not my intention to do the solo here. So I want to at least do one more. I'm realizing that the stream is starting to get a bit longer here. So we have Fortunate Son. We did Suzie Q. So the next one is either going to be Heard It Through the Grapevine or the Green River. Let's just listen to them first, and then see what is what. So where's the Green River? Here it is. All right, so for this one, what I want to suggest is we kind of cover this bit. It's really cool. And so how does it go? I think that little bit I'm not 100% sure about. So let's see what is what. So the thing is so let me give you the overview here. So what do you play? So you start off with playing E power chord. That's it. So just index finger, A and D in second, and then open E, right? So then what you do is you slide into B3 and G4 with middle finger and ring finger, right? So you get 1, 2, and 3, and then the fourth beat is a rest. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Then you do that same thing. So the slide into 3 and 4, 1 and 2, and then you make a grace note slide from 4 to 2, and then you play open G. All right? So you got 1, 2, and 3, and 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and then what you do is you play open D on the and of 4, and then you play hammer on onto the first beat. So you get 1, 2, and so you play that D2 twice, 1, 2, then you play open A, hammer on in second, open D, 3 of E to D2. So we get 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and then you play open E, 1, then D2, then again that same little riff. Okay? So from the start, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and I missed it. Let's do that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. Okay, so then we get into the next little bit. And what you play there is you have your E7 chord, or a stripped down version of it. So that is pinky on B3, index finger on G1, and middle finger on D2. And you just kind of play your bass note and then that 3-note chord. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then in the end of 2, you make that open D, hammer on in second, and then pull off. So you get 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, that's it. So 1, 2, like that. So after that, hammer on, pull off, second position, full tone bend, a slow one. And then you play open E string at the end. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Let's do that again. 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. And then you move on to that opening riff. For whatever reason, it just doesn't seem to gel at the end. I've had a really long day, so that might be the cause of it. I am gonna keep at it until I get this one right. So I get 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2. That's it. It shouldn't be that hard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. One, two. That's it. Yeah, I knew I could do it. Okay, so let me play that along with the song here. Let's see if I can do that in the app. Hold on. Let's do this. Oh yeah, there we go. So that is Green River. Let's see. Okay, that's not going to be easy to sing that. All right, so I think it would be good to add those last few chords, just to kind of complete this one. I think I was a little bit too optimistic about doing five tunes in one stream, but hey, if we don't aim for something like that, then you know, if I would have aimed for one, it would have been just one. Now I aim for 5, and now it's 3. So that's pretty good. So here we go. Yeah, so... Oh. Goes to C. Goes to A. That little riff is cool. Okay, so here I'm going to do a little bit of a trick. So I have a stem splitter here, so I can single out the chord tracker. Haha. Haha. So that is A, B flat in first position, B, and then open E. All right? See, I wouldn't, well, it would have taken me much longer otherwise. So let's go back to this section. C, A. Yeah, so you have your E chord, C, A, and then you go straight into. Anyways, so I'm gonna leave it at here. I hope for the ones who tuned in tonight, it was cool seeing these riffs. I'm going to be using these for my students. I'm I'm going to be fine-tuning the transcriptions a little bit. The transcriptions will be available on my Patreon page, so if you want them, that's where they're going to be. I also have Heard It Through the Grapevine prepared, so I might do that one in a different stream, but I think for now, I think it's been long enough. I've seen people sort of coming in and then leaving again, so I guess the evening has been long enough. Wishing you all a great weekend ahead. I'm going to be doing a lot of skiing this weekend, so I'll be seeing you next week, hopefully at 8:20 again on Thursday. Have a great weekend ahead. I'll see you. Bye.